the most dangerous selfies ever taken. The shark selfie. When you look around the internet at all the crazy selfies involving sharks, you might think there are a bunch of insane people out there. Unfortunately, most of these selfies are fakes. That said, there are a handful of selfies taken by deep-sea adventurers who do include the impressive great white shark. This selfie captures a diver with a rather impressive shark in the background. While the diver is safe in a cage, most of us wouldn't feel comfortable with so little between us and one of the most feared creatures in the world. A selfie with Jesus. How could having a picture taken with Jesus Christ be dangerous, if possible at all? In all likelihood, you'd recognize a picture of the famous Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Standing over 120 feet tall and perched on top of the 2,300-foot Corcovado mountain, the iconic statue is very impressive. Most people would be terrified to climb up to the location of the famous structure. Travel company founder Lee Thompson not only did that, but he climbed to the statue itself and snapped a rather dangerous-looking selfie on the arm of the massive concrete Jesus. The running of the bulls selfie. Every year in Pamplona, Spain, they hold an 8-day festival which includes the famous running of the bulls. While we may consider anyone who takes part in this activity foolish or crazy, there is an increasing trend among participants to snap a selfie while being charged down by one of the bulls. Dangerous on the best of days, as this pic shows, snapping a selfie while trying to keep an eye on the horned beast looks little more than terrifying. They may be foolish, but the people who snap these pics definitely create some dangerous selfies, and that's no bull. The fighter pilot selfie. Humans are fascinated with flying, and the pinnacle of this activity for many is being behind the controls of a fighter jet. In this case, the fighter is an F-16 belonging to the Royal Netherlands Air Force. You may be thinking this doesn't look so dangerous, but consider the skill required to operate the plane and all its controls. Now take into account that the pilot must maintain close formation with other planes, one of them a large 787 Dreamliner, while also operating his own aircraft. The crane selfie. If one thing's for certain, it's that people love building things. If there's a second certainty, it's that people love climbing things that are being built. Look across the internet and you'll find numerous examples of adventure seekers climbing unfinished buildings, and especially construction cranes. These cranes are often very high and attract people like British freerunner James Kingston. Here, James has finished scaling a massive crane in Bangalore, India. In addition to taking in the view, he snapped a selfie to show the dangerous and dizzying heights he'll go to. The bear selfie. They may look cuddly and cute, but bears obviously can also be dangerous. While they don't normally attack humans, a startled or hungry bear or a mother with cubs can pose a problem to people who get too close. Add into this equation the increasingly popular trend of taking pictures with bears, and you definitely get a dangerous selfie. As this selfie shows, we might be all smiles when we think of the likes we are about to get on Facebook. The bear is probably all smiles too, as they picture you as a delicious meal or play toy. The cliff jumping selfie. Cliff and base jumping is the ultimate high for a lot of adventure seekers. On its own, throwing yourself off of a building or mountainside and waiting until the last minute to pull the cord of your parachute makes for a dangerous situation. Add in the extra task of posing for the perfectly timed selfie, and this activity gets a little more dangerous. Of course, cliff diving into water is safer, right? Looking at this dangerous selfie, we're going to guess that most people would steer clear of such activities. The outer space selfie. At first glance, you might not think this selfie is too dangerous. Considering that astronaut Mike Hopkins is outside of the International Space Station, hurtling through space at 27,000 kilometers per hour and a little over 400 kilometers above the Earth, this selfie is all the more impressive. What's keeping him from floating off into the endlessness of space? Nothing more than some cables, which keep him connected to the station. The added fact that he had to ride in a rocket to even get to the station adds that little bit extra to this out-of-the-world selfie. The skyscraper selfie. Like construction cranes, high-rise buildings naturally attract thrill seekers. It's often illegal to climb public buildings, but that doesn't stop someone looking for an opportunity for an extremely dangerous selfie. Scaling the building, like some sort of Spider-Man, keep in mind that daredevils rarely use any sort of safety equipment. As this particular selfie clearly demonstrates, Russian climber Kirill Orsikin has nothing on but a t-shirt, jeans, and running shoes. Among his many unassisted climbs is this Moscow skyscraper. After scaling the massive building, he was kind enough to snap a goosebump-inducing selfie showing his accomplishment. The active volcano selfie. Volcanoes can be dangerous. Active volcanoes are extremely dangerous. Yet this hasn't stopped one person from climbing up to get what is surely one of the most dangerous selfies ever. The picture was snapped by George Karunas, who decided he wanted to get up close and personal with a volcano. As luck would have it, George got very close with the very active Ambrim volcano in the South Pacific. In addition to toxic fumes, the volcano had a lot of lava splashing around, which actually burned George's clothes. Good thing he brought along a heat-resistant suit. We just hope he had one for his camera as well.